Alright, here we go, guys. First video. Just took delivery yesterday of the new Corally. And I wanted to show you a few things that I like about it and I don't like about it already. So, first and foremost, you can see it sitting next to the Shogun. It is identical in width and size. Now, of course, the Shogun doesn't have the stock tires on it. These are the Badlands. But if we look under the hood, the chassis are set up a little bit different. The new Corally chassis goes back further. But that points out one of the issues that I have with this. There's very little room here for upgraded motor size. So I can see we're going to have to be notching this plastic out in the near future. Versus with the original Shogun, lots of extra space back here. So one of the benefits here, though, is you have the ability to adjust for a larger battery. So that's great. Kind of stuck with what we get on the original Corallys, right? The other thing that kind of drives me nuts already about this, the suspension is really stiff on my, really stiff. The shocks are the same suspension setup as the Shogun. The Shogun, even from day one, was super soft. You know, I had to, adjust the suspension components to add a little bit more support in there. This one, I mean, it's a brick. There's hardly any give. So, and the rear is the same way. One of the other things that I noticed right out of the gate that I wasn't too excited about, I like the way the body attaches with these two clips. Right, we got these two pins, very easy to put in. They're even bent, so it allows for easy insertion. Bear with me here, hard to do with one hand. Yeah, there we go. And on the front. Alright, now that they're on, it just vibrates and shakes and makes all kinds of racket. I'm not big on that. I mean, that's just a lot of, I don't know. I feel like there should be Velcro on the sides, or at least additional pins on the side to hold it down, lock this body in place more. The original Shogun, with its 4-point connection systems, right, like the other Corallys out there, the body's pretty solid, pretty solidly mounted to the RC. I will say though, whereas with the old setup, there's no plastic retainers, right? And you'll end up tearing through the body. All right, so picking up where I left off, we were talking about the rattling in the top. I really feel like there should be some Velcro or additional pins on each side of the cover of this car, because this is going to get really old. I will say though, with the top removed, there are no shakes or rattles with this RC. It is one of the most tight put together vehicles that I've gotten. Yeah, it's just solid as can be. Everything is very tight, squared away. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't driven it yet, but I mean, from a solidness, it seems like it's spot on. And of course, my Shogun now, she's got some miles on her. She rattles and makes all kinds of knocking noises and everything else. But still a great vehicle. This is the other point I wanted to address up front. They've got this small nose cone on here, so if I put the body back on, Again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, guys, so bear with me. But if I put the body back on, the little small nose cone out here, it's held on with that single screw right there. I can see right up that, you know, I'm going to have to pull that screw out, put a washer in there, add a little bit of surface area down to hold that on there, because it's going to come off pretty quickly, I think, in a bashing type situation. We shall see. But yeah, I mean, all in all, she's a great vehicle. She's really the same size as a Shogun. So, you know, if you guys were expecting it to be any larger than that, it's really based on the large or the long wheelbase current 8S line that they have out there. The chassis layout, like I said, is a little bit different. Chassis bigger, as you can see, versus the old system. You know, you see all this additional space in the back versus the way it is now. It goes straight back. But this motor, yeah, if you try to go much bigger than the stock guts, yeah, you're going to run into the seating depth issues on this plastic piece of the chassis. Obviously, it's easy enough to address. Just cut it out. But yeah, I mean, it's up to people if they want to cut up a, you know, brand new RC or not. But I'm sure we're all going to do it. I got the ready to run model, you know, just because I plan on pulling this stuff out, these guts, and put in a smaller RC, and I'm going to put in something 8S, probably a Mamba Monster X8S Castle system. I think that's what's going to go in here this weekend before I even take it out for an initial drive. But yeah, all in all, she looks really good. Oh, yeah, the other thing, while I'm looking at the wing, the mount, right, is a really nice setup, really solid, really squared away again, versus the old system. It was very, very weak. The mount itself would break, crack, you know, from, you know, rear end landings, that sort of thing. But I've never had a wing break. The wing seems pretty squared, tight, and strong on the original system. I will say, you know, I haven't taken this out yet, but this wing seems like it is just weak. I feel like I could just take it and crumble it in my hand, or break it, just snap it off. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it feels like it's going to be a weak point. Now, I don't mean the mount itself. I'm just talking about the wing here. So we'll see. But, you know, all in all, the mount looks great. You know, the whole car looks to be a good one. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, stay tuned for additional follow-up videos once I get it out, get it into the dirt, and some upgrades to the internals are going to be happening really soon. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Talk to you guys soon.